Chapter 4: Mastering the Law of Attraction. Men and women are human magnets. Just as a steel magnet drawn through a pile of rubbish will pull out only the things that have an affinity for it, so we are constantly drawing to us and establishing relations with the things and the people that respond to our thoughts and ideals. Why do some people win the attention of others easily, are able to make friends readily, and gain the admiration of others, while others just barely get along? When we meet some people, we are impressed by their pleasant personality. Something about the way they project themselves makes us feel confident in them, admire them, and feel comfortable with them. These people have mastered the law of attraction. They attract the attention of their bosses, their customers, and others. Such men and women are the people we choose to be our mentors. It is from this group that the leaders of companies are chosen, and it is these people who climb readily up the ladder of success. The American psychologist William James defined personality as a set of individually evolved characteristic patterns of behavior, which determines daily functioning on both conscious and subconscious unconscious levels. Personality is said to represent the balance between innate drives and a combination of conscious and external controls. The important thing to remember is that attractive characteristics can be developed. Some facets of us are inborn: our physical appearance, basic intelligence, and some talents, but each of us has the capacity to make the most of our innate traits and to develop them to give us that type of personality that others will admire. We can learn how to use the law of attraction. It's not easy to grow into the person you want to be, but it starts with a strong desire and commitment to develop your innate traits. You can develop an outgoing, cheerful, optimistic, and positive demeanor, a personality that will win the approbation of the men and women with whom you interrelate. Personality traits can be acquired. William James commented that your personality is the sum total of all of your traits. This includes your body and your psychic powers, but also your clothes, your house, your spouse and children, your ancestors and friends, your reputation and works, your position and your bank account. All these things generate the same range of emotions. If they wax and prosper, you feel triumphant; if they dwindle and die away, you feel cast down, not necessarily in the same degree for each thing, but in much the same way for all. Our personality is the way in which we express ourselves to the outside world. We are not only gregarious animals liking to be in the sight of our fellows, but we have an innate propensity to get ourselves noticed and noticed favorably by our kind. Certain personalities are greater than mere physical beauty and more powerful than learning. Charm of personality is a divine gift that sways the strongest characters, leads to high-level career positions, and sometimes even controls the destinies of nations. People who possess this magnetic power unconsciously influence us. The moment we come Into their presence we have a sense of enlargement. They inspire their subordinates on the job, their customers or clients, and others look to them as models in their own careers and lives. They unlock within us possibilities of which we previously had no conception. Our horizon broadens. We feel a new power steering through all our being. We experience a sense of relief, as if a great weight had been removed that long had pressed on us. Much of the charm of a magnetic personality comes from a fine, cultivated manner. Tact also is a very important element, perhaps the most important. One must know exactly what to do and be able to do just the right thing at the proper time. Good judgment and common sense are indispensable to those who are trying to acquire this magnetic power. Good taste is also one of the elements of personal charm. You cannot offend the taste of others without hurting their sensibilities. One of the greatest investments one can make is that of attaining a gracious manner, cordiality of bearing, and generosity of feeling, the delightful art of pleasing. It is infinitely better than money capital, for all doors fly open to sunny, pleasing personalities. They are more than welcome, they are sought for everywhere. Personality traits can be acquired. Granting that all people have equal rights and opportunities, we must recognize that all do not have equal intelligence, equal physical strength, or equal levels of energy, yet whatever their status, they may rise by self-education and self-development. Those eager for knowledge and ambitious to excel will naturally forge ahead. You can choose and work to develop the personality traits you wish to acquire. Application is the great thing. The principal qualities that make the stature of the perfect human being are patience, kindness, generosity, humility, courtesy, unselfishness, good temper, and sincerity. These traits are not inborn, they can be developed. Take these as the framework of the personality you wish to create out of the qualities found in your own complex nature. Unfortunately, some people who have all these qualities are not perceived to have a pleasant personality because they lack a good appearance. This doesn't mean physical beauty. You need not be born with a beautiful face or physique to project a good appearance, but unless you dress neatly and appropriately, wear a smile instead of a frown, and a clean and well groomed, your high qualities will not be noticed. Appearance is important since it is the first impression others have of you that often determines whether they will give you an opportunity to demonstrate your superior qualities. Not only are you judged by how you appear, but also you judge others by their appearance. Instinctively, people attempt to cultivate in themselves the positive qualities of appearance they see in those they admire. They wear the same type of clothes, imitate their hairstyles, and act in the same manner as their models. You can do this with other qualities as well. Concentrate on the personality characteristics of people who respect and look up to. In this person, you can visualize the person you wish to be. Look not only at men and women whom you know, but also take models from the past and present of others who are exemplars of the ideal personality you wish to have. Look for the good. It is just as easy to go through life looking for the good and the beautiful instead of the ugly, for the noble instead of the ignoble, for the bright and cheerful instead of the dark and gloomy, the hopeful instead of the despairing, to see the bright side instead of the dark side, to set your face always towards the sunlight is just as easy as to see always the shadows, and it makes all difference in your character between content and discontent, between happiness and misery, and in your life between prosperity and adversity, between success and failure. Feed these thoughts into your subconscious mind. This is how to apply the law of attraction. Learn to look for the light, then positively refuse to harbor shadows and blots, negative images, the discordant. Hold to those things that give pleasure, that are helpful and inspiring, and you will change your whole way of looking at things, will transform your personality in a very short time. One way to develop the best traits in yourself is to look for the best traits in others by taking a large-hearted attitude towards everyone you meet, by trying to pierce through the mask of outer men or women to the innermost core, and by cultivating kindly feeling toward all, you can acquire the inestimable gift. Nothing will pay you better than acquiring the power to make others feel at ease, happy, and satisfied with themselves. Sunny people dispel melancholy, gloom, worry, and anxiety from all those with whom they come in contact, just as the sun drives away darkness. When they enter a room full of people where the conversation has been lagging and where everybody seems bored, they transform the surroundings like the sun bursting through thick black cloud after a storm. Everybody takes on a joyous spirit from the glad soul who just entered. Tongues are untied, conversation which drag become bright and spirited, and the whole atmosphere vibrates and gladness and good cheer. Be empathetic. Empathetic people put themselves in the shoes of the person with whom they interrelate. They not only hear what that person says, but they feel what he or she feels at that moment. How can anyone fail to respond positively to such people? Maintain a cheerful disposition. Unless you have a mental attitude that is free of bitterness and guilt, and you look at each day as a blessing to be enjoyed and savored, you will have an unhappy and most likely unproductive life. We cannot do our best work while we harbor revengeful or even unfriendly thoughts toward others. Our faculties only give up their best when working in perfect harmony. There must be goodwill in the heart, or we cannot do good work with head or hand. Hatred, revenge, and jealousy are poisons as fatal to all that is noblest in us as arsenic is fatal to physical life. A kindly attitude, a feeling of goodwill toward others, is our best protection against bitter hatred or injurious thoughts of any kind.